Come on, man.
These alcoholics.
When it gets to...
You gotta pour it.
Every week, the drinking problem gets worse on stoppage time.
Lovely.
When it gets to... Let me see.
Yo, let me get that.
When it gets to here, I'm having the rest.
Alright, come. That's cool.
Pass that down.
It's cool. We'll start in a second. Well, no, we're all... Hurry, hurry. We've got a show to...
You go and start, bro.
No, come on, man.
Bro, just start, bro.
Wait, relax. Relax.
We're going to do the cheers.
Relax.
Toast.
3 points, gang.
What is it? 3 points, gang, yeah? Yeah. Come on, man. Hey, thank you for coming along, mate. Let's get it going.
What you... Man said drinking Monster. You should be ashamed of yourself. Listen, man. Welcome back to another episode of Stoppage Time TV. We are live back in the flesh, live and direct. What's good?
We're there.
Listen,
Gravy.
I don't even want to talk too much. We've got a special guest. Osh, what's good? Bless.
Osh.
They're getting the guest
Research,
name. We got a special guest. They don't know the guest name.
Only you're the only one that messed up in there.
They saying you good?
Yeah, I'm
You
good.
good?
Yeah.
You blessed?
I'm good, man.
Listen, Cam, I can't lie. I'm gonna just throw it over to you, man. There's no point. Listen, the feeling has been restored.
The proof's in the puds.
The feeling has been
The
restored.
proof's in the puds.
Manchester is red.
Manchester is red. Like, that's the second time. What is that? 3 wins over Pep? 3 wins over Pep this season, yeah? And this is the manager that you lot are calling the GOAT and that. Have respect for Sir Alex Ferguson. You know what I'm trying to say?
Who said that Pep's the GOAT?
Boy, they know. They know. You know. They know.
Production.
They know.
Looking at you.
They know.
They
They know.
Boy,
I'll let you intro that, man.
I actually think Pep's tired.
listen, let's talk about the game and then we'll talk about City and Pep and whatnot. So, 2-0. That's the first time we've done home and away against them since Sir Alex, right?
Must be.
It's the first time that a player has scored home and away against City for you guys since Ronaldo.
What, the flop, yeah? The biggest flop in Premier League history and that. Martial.
Who called him the flop?
They know. They know. They know. I don't have to say they know.
Cheers.
They know.
Boy, yeah. Talk about the game, bro. This is your team. I don't want to take the light away from you. The streets have been waiting to hear you unlock this one. So
listen,
roll through.
from the first minute, obviously, United, the way United were, we set up a bit defensively. Do you know what I mean? That's what I thought we were going to do. It was quite defensive. But that's the way we got to set up against City. When you're playing against City, like, you know how Ole sets up in terms of defensively and counter-attack. But usually when we're at home, City school us because we don't know how to set up. Should we attack? Should we defend? We don't know. Do you know what I mean? But this time it was a clear instruction. You're going to defend at the start and we're going to see what City are on. Soak up their little pressure. Let them do their tippy-tappy. Let them do this and that. And then once we start seeing that we can get confidence from them and break, that's exactly what happens. First, you got to do just stress Otamendi. Listen, how he plays for a top 4 team is scary. I think I can make it if he's playing. In all honesty, I think I can make it if he's playing. I'm 25 years old.
He's done.
You know what I'm saying?
I think their whole back line, I think, if you look at it from the starting lineup, I think they had Zinchenko right back, Cancelo barely played, Fernandinho, who's a DM, not meant to be there, not Otamendi. You lot had a chance, I think, going into the game anyway.
Yeah. But I mean, Fernandinho, the reason why I'll say, I don't really agree with that is because at the end of the day, this is City. You get where I'm coming from.
Yeah, but not City at their best.
Of course. But at the end of the day, this is a top manager. Supposedly a top team. Yes.
But this is Oli against big sides.
Yeah,
They say he's a big game bully. They say he's a big game
We
bully.
bring the vintage out for these ones. You get me? Bring the vintage. You know why? Because it's
Oli
restoring
99
the feeling. We're restoring the feeling. We bring the vintage out. Let me get back into
Talk
it
about
as
the
well.
game, bro.
Let me get back into it. Because you see me, yeah, I don't look at the game like everyone else. I look at fraudulent activity. That's what I look for. And the biggest fraud on that pitch today was Raheem Sterling.
Yep.
And I'm going to say it again, listen, everyone likes Raheem, black power and that, we're all good. But when it comes to this football thing at the moment, listen, I beg anybody. Listen, this is a message to all
18,
wingers in
I
the Premier League.
Without scoring.
Don't try and
against
take
Liverpool.
on Wan-Bissaka, please. There's not a winger in the Premier League that can ruin Wan-Bissaka. Go on, give me names.
Mahrez.
What Mahrez is going to link him on the left wing,
I'm just saying, you just said a winger that will mash him up.
Mahrez will never... Listen.
I also said Adama.
Man them saw Mahrez on the pitch, yeah. He started bullying little Brandon Williams.
I wouldn't even
He
say
tried a
that.
little flip-flap on Wan-Bissaka. What happened? Get out of here. Get out and don't do that again. Don't do that again.
Let the truth be told, right?
Traore
got shut down by
Traore that Brandon Williams locked off, yeah? The one that my young child locked off. Come on, man.
Let the truth be told, yeah. When it comes to people like Wan-Bissaka, yeah, people always going to talk about, his lack of attacking threat. He did a few shimmies today. He did a few dribbles, but people like that, like a madman. But people like that genuinely love defending. All he cares about is
get this? He loves
how many slide tackles I can do.
No, I'm remembering that he's not a right back.
But this is the thing. He came through the academy as a winger, and then he became a fullback.
He couldn't cut it,
and then he became a fullback because he was good at tackling. He couldn't cut
it as a midfielder.
Yeah, but that's why he's playing fullback.
So he couldn't cut it as a midfielder.
But you can say that. You can say that.
His trade, what he wanted to do, he wasn't good enough.
But same with Danny Rose.
But now he's elite. Now he's elite in what he does.
Danny Rose was like a forward player before, right?
He was a left winger, and then he became a left back.
Loads of players do that. That's
Zambrotta. Do you remember him? He was a winger.
Yeah.
He became one of the best fullbacks.
I think with him, like, you just have to respect that. You know how certain man, like, you respect their passing ability, or you respect they can do driven passes. You have to respect that when it comes to tackling, that's his bread and butter.
I'm telling man now, yeah.
Like, you know what? He might even get caught in the wrong position, but
stop that. This is what I don't like.
Wait.
No. Because let me tell you why. Let me tell man why, yeah.
I saw this too early. He's about to go someone.
Hey, these man, yeah. Fam, these man. Wait, no, because that was a backhanded one. You see these man, right? What they do, yeah, is they'll see Wan-Bissaka's tackle stats. They'll see all that stuff, and they'll be like, the only reason Wan-Bissaka's tackle stats are high is because he's out of position. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. He locks your favorite winger.
You have relationship problems because you don't listen, bro. What I'm trying to tell you is that he's one of them guys, yeah. He will make a tackle and then his recovery tackle is still there. You know, certain man can't even do the recovery. He will tackle you all the time, like. Even if you manage to get past him, you're still winning the ball back.
But you changed the goalpost. You moved goalpost.
That's not the goalpost. That's what I was saying.
Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka is Kyle Walker.
Do you think Bruno?
Wan-Bissaka is Kyle Walker. That's it. He's got recovery.
Kyle Walker. Oh, please.
Wan-Bissaka is Kyle Walker.
That's an awful shot.
Don't worry, it's not a bad thing because Kyle Walker's a Premier League legend.
Kyle Walker's robbed.
He's got a Premier League title. So it's only a good thing. There's hope.
Listen, there's a lot of rough guys that have medals, you know.
The first goal. Let's talk for the first goal.
Was that a foul?
That's absolutely a foul. City think they can get away with these little nipply ones all the time. Stop it. Don't try that. When we had a couple free kicks as well that should have been given to us already, and they didn't. What about the penalty shout as well? Was that not a penalty for us? Was it not?
The goal itself is tired.
For the goal,
all right. What about Aguero's disallowed goal?
Should have been disallowed.
Should have been.
Let me tell you why it should have been disallowed.
That was a foul and that should have been disallowed.
The ref blew the whistle. What do you want us to do? De Gea didn't even move his hands.
The ref didn't blow the whistle. That's what I'm saying.
Lino, mate, do your job. What do you want? They're paying to the whistle, which is the Lino's flag, right?
Come on, man.
The Lino put his flag up,
that goal should have stood.
De Gea didn't even try and save it.
That's his problem.
Talk me through the game.
All right, let's go through the game.
Let's be real, right? 2-0. It's not like we can't just gloss over this. Like there's some major. Like I've already said, the boy them should shift Pep.
I'm beating 10 now.
Yeah, the boy them need to shift Pep because that's criminal.
The way City came out, yeah, City with their lineup. I saw their lineup. I was thinking,
KDB.
Don't worry about KDB.
Big miss.
They won leagues without KDB. That's not a big loss. But
this season,
stop everything.
Without him,
what are you trying to say?
What?
What's
wrong with what I said?
What are you trying to say about
Continue your narrative.
They won the league without KDB.
What league?
Last season. KDB was
injured. KDB was out the whole season.
So what? Now he's a big loss because he's coming to OT.
100%. What he's brought this season. Come on, man.
This season is a key player.
This season he's been the best player in the Premier League by far. And if you're saying him being out don't affect the game, come on, man.
He ain't been the best player in the Premier League.
If KDB's in the game, is it a different game?
I want to see if he's crazy. I want to see if you're crazy.
I don't think
is Bruno Fernandes better than Kevin De Bruyne?
Next season we load something up. Right now we're just in a warming period. Next season we load something up. I ain't started that one yet.
I don't want to interrupt you, man. Talk about the game. First goal.
But yeah, City
Fernandes assist. Talk to me.
Yeah, see, as I said, look, when Fernandes came through, he's rejuvenated the team. He's given the team kind of confidence, starting to go forward, certain creativity that we've lacked, obviously, because Pogba's been away, right? Come through that little ball, that's smart. What did we do? We target Aguero. I'll get onto Aguero later as well. We're gonna talk about Aguero, but he put that ball through over the top of Aguero, and that's a good finish.
Poor finish. Awful finish.
Awful finish. First time strike.
Yeah, but you've seen that Edison should have saved it. 11-year-old keeper can save that.
Was it not a good strike?
No, it was not a good strike. But like Edison, you scored, didn't it?
You can't take away from
but
It was a good strike. It was smart. It was a good strike.
He didn't even connect to it properly.
Nah, he did. That was a nice little connection.
He did not. Did he connect with that properly?
You man don't think he connected that properly?
He didn't hit with him. He hit
with
him.
A goal.
Like when Martial crashed them at Etihad, they said that his left foot shot wasn't hit properly as well. Come on, man. Are you guys going to try and give him his views or what's going on?
All I'm going to say is coaching, because that's on the training ground.
What that's
they give Ollie respect.
That's what I was going to come to next.
Let me finish.
Does Ollie get any credit for today?
Can you guys let me get into it?
Go.
I want to hear the
Because I've
Ollie
been
credit.
asking you, but you're not talking. Talk to me.
These men would say stuff is coaching. Bruv, more time that was probably just... Bruv, we've all played football, right? We've all played football.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just give the player the eye, like... And you just do the ball. What is that from Ollie? That's not got to do with Ollie. That's
But
just
I mean the game plan. Even
The
like
game
how
plan.
you lot managed to nullify City. I think in
doubt
big
highly.
games as well.
What
He
I
showed
say-
it again and again now.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs
He
to
can
be
do
gone.
it consistently.
I agree. I don't think Ollie's the man
needs
for
to
the
go.
job. But in this case, what we got to call Man United, right? We're the BGBs. That's what we call us now. The big game bullies. That's what we are. The big game bullies. 12 points from Chelsea and City. Oh man, let me not even get too excited. People are going to say I'm Ollie in when I'm not.
Second goal. Come on.
Second goal is exactly... Look, that's the role what McTominay should be going forward in the future. Come off the bench, be like Darren Fletcher.
So you think McTominay should be at Man United in the future?
As a squad player.
McTominay should be at Manchester United.
As a squad player.
don't see nothing wrong with that.
Let me ask this question. For Man United to be a successful club, does McTominay start?
As a squad player. No, not to
You
start.
need cogs like that.
Not to start.
You need
So he
players
shouldn't
like
be in
that
your
in the
starting
team.
11. Do you think he should be in your starting 11?
I don't think going forward, McTominay should be a starting player for Man United. But in games like City or in games like just coming off the bench, what he did, he came off the bench, rattled a few players,
ain't no Darren Fletcher.
and then nicked a goal. That's a Darren Fletcher-esque.
No.
Don't forget he crashed you lot as well.
There's respect.
Don't forget he
There's
crashed you
respect.
lot as well.
I'm bigging up
left
Darren
foot, top
Fletcher.
bins.
There's respect.
The proof's in
They
the puds.
forget.
The proof's in the puds.
So nothing else to say.
Nah, to be honest, this isn't... I'm not even...
2-0. The top four.
We don't talk about the top four,
You
right?
can't not talk about
Race is igniting.
Listen, let me.
Why do they want me to talk about top four so much? We don't talk about top four.
Well, how many points away are they now? What's that?
3 points.
This guy's such a chicken.
3
We're
points
3
away.
points off.
Come
I've
on, man.
seen Man United go on a
MAS.
great run.
Make a shout.
Listen, me of all people. Listen,
You said
United,
You're not making
to
it
get
then.
Ollie the job. To get Ollie a job, we went on 14 wins out of 19 games.
Arsenal
You
are
think I'm gonna start
untouchable,
getting
man.
excited now already? Nah, sorry. You got another thing coming.
so.
I
You're
ain't
not.
getting
So
excited.
you don't think you'll make Champions League this year?
I don't think so.
There's not one X next to Arsenal's name, man. Sorry, I got a bit distracted, but my team is on the roll, man.
We're gonna get on.
We're gonna get into Arsenal. Don't worry. So we're saying,
Wait, what?
good win. How about City side? What man them are moving mad. That's
Tottenham
another
shaky.
bad
Tottenham are shaky.
that's another bad performance.
Shaky.
Madrid are coming to town, and even if you just look at them this season, that's 7 losses. in the
More than
Premier League.
Arsenal, isn't it?
Let's be real
Yep.
though. Man City, they've had an injury-prone season, man.
Have they?
Have they?
Their whole defense was. Fernandinho's playing centre back.
Yeah, but that's because
That's only
when they
Laporte.
didn't
But
play.
he's played well.
They've
then.
had John Stones there that they don't want
He's
to play.
played. He ain't played well, but he's played well for like.
Yeah,
For
I
Fernand.
Yeah, he's putting a shift.
Yeah, he's putting a shift. I'm not denying that, but he ain't.
He's
a
played
centre.
better than the other centre
The
back
thing is,
that they have available.
Otamendi, you as you would say, has won titles and was part of a good
Yeah.
side. Stones, they've still got there, who is Pep's little pet project.
Been tired from the moment.
But they've got him. But then
tired.
Vincent
He's
Kompany, who's your
rubbed
captain and leader, left in the summer and they didn't replace him. Whose fault is that? Considering how
on
Pep
Pep.
spends as well. That should
falls on
have
I mean,
been.
at the beginning of the season, he probably believed in Otamendi, and
Why?
and
Was
what's his
last
name?
season not
And
proof enough?
Because it was Laporte. What's
Last
his name?
season he wasn't
Laporte.
really in the side.
Yeah, Laporte.
Laporte.
Laporte got injured.
Yeah, Laporte. They were good with
Laporte's
Laporte in the
injury
season.
definitely impacted. And I said it from the start of the season, but I think to say they've had an injury-prone season, nah.
I
Not
tell-
that from
I
the
tell
start.
you what-
I
spade a
think
spade,
Sane
yeah.
they knew was out from the start of the
Yeah.
season as it was. I mean, aside from those two, Laporte and Sane.
Let's
I
call
don't
a
think they've
spade a
had
spade
major.
though. With City's resource and Pep Guardiola's kind of managerial history and being a manager, they shouldn't be in this position. Is that fair to say?
What, second in the
He's
league?
loading
No,
up.
in terms of the way
I
it's
mean,
happened.
second
it's
in
just
league is
splurge
glossing
coming.
over it.
Yeah.
They're in. Like,
Second
really,
league is
injury prone.
no, but second in league is glossing over what's happened at City this year.
Because this season, both the Silvers have dropped off
I think
massively.
we've been very hard on them.
Sterling's dropped
But
off.
again, this
I'm
comes
talking
back to-
Bernardo
They won a
last year
trophy
was being
already.
told about
What the
player of the season.
Can I swear?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
bro,
of course
come
you
on.
can.
It's
They
wrong.
won a trophy. They won the league.
What, League Cup?
League Cup.
Against who? Villa?
I don't care.
Listen, if it comes to the end of the
Like,
season,
They won a trophy. They can still win a trip. Are they in the FA Cup?
They're still in the FA
Like,
Cup. They're
it's
still in
like-
the Champions League as
Just
well.
think
Yeah.
about it now. They won 2 seasons off the bounce. They won 2 Premier League titles. And say this year they don't win the Premier League title. Just say they've already got the League Cup now. Just say they win the League Cup, Champions League, FA Cup. You think I'm going to say they flopped?
They're not gonna
No
win
one's
that.
saying they're flop.
that,
But
in
where
terms
they
of
are
their
in the league,
standard, losing 7 games
Yeah, I'll
in
be
the
off
Premier
their
League
standard.
is
I
not
would
standard.
no, I would say that's
They're
an
on 57
I'll say
points.
that's an injury
Liverpool on
prone
82
I'll
points.
say that's an injury prone team. And when it came to knockout, crunch time games, they stepped up.
Like,
But this goes back to what I'm saying in terms of knowing who Guardiola is, knowing how your squad is, knowing that you knew Silva and these guys are going to leave now, knowing the amount of resource you have in terms of money, City shouldn't be in
And
this
you
situation.
think as well, over the
No
last
way.
2 years, they've
No
only
way.
When he
signed like
first
4
came,
players
That's what
to
I'm saying.
challenge
So
for
with
first.
the
Was it
money you
Mahrez,
have,
Angelino,
The pool
like
you have,
Cancelo?
City should not be in this situation.
I don't think they
I,
realize
they
I'm
should
not going
have
to say
done
that I
better.
don't
I'm not allowed to.
sympathise because everyone gets injured every day. Like what? Chelsea had 9 injuries the other day. But at the end of the day, being who City are, City had the resources to go and sign players. They
They've
had the
just,
resources
they've
to
just
do
won.
so.
Listen,
not
I'm
even
going to
that.
say it again and think about it. They've won 2 Premier Leagues on the bounce. Their third season, they had injuries. They are now second in the league. They've already won the League Cup, and they are in the. They've just
second
beaten
gloss
Real.
is over it.
They've just beaten
57.
Real Madrid in the knockout stage
We'll
Champions
talk
League.
about that as well.
Yeah, but I'm just saying right now they've beaten Real Madrid in the first half of the knockout stage. They're on track for Champions League, whatever, and they're still in the FA Cup. What round in the FA Cup they're in? Where are we at?
We're all
We're
at
in the
quarterfinals.
fifth
right?
finals now,
quarterfinals now, yeah.
Quarterfinals. Now, if you're telling me,
Would you
that's
say
a bad
Pep's happy
season,
with the season?
well, that means his standards are so high. That
But
means,
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
His standards are their standards.
Yeah,
That's
but-
why they brought him in.
So what are you
if
saying?
he's
They
not
should
at
sack
his
him?
standards, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in terms of
No one
what's
said
going on.
that.
We're saying in
No
terms
one
of their
said
standards, it's like this is the equivalent of if you're getting A stars all the time and you get a B, you're gonna be thinking, right, what's happened?
No, I think this happens. I've still passed.
Nah, not the
The
type of person.
the way I see it,
when they
yeah,
call you
it's-
one of the greatest managers in
I've
the
still-
world,
I've
in his
still
head he's gonna be
passed.
thinking this is
I've
mad.
still passed, and next year now I go back to my normal thing. But if I still get the grade that will get me success, I don't understand. You can potentially win the Champions League.
That's we're doing potential.
Potential.
Right now,
We're doing
so
hypotheticals.
that's
That's a
right now.
big
The
if.
fact is, they're
Flip
about
it.
20
They've never gotten
Flip it.
past.
Liverpool
They've
did-
never gotten
flip
past
it. Liverpool-
quarterfinals under Pep.
Liverpool
Yeah.
did nothing last season. They won Champions League, came second. Now this season they're out of everything and won the league. So do you say Jurgen Klopp's a flop?
let's
No,
add on
they're
to
not
this
at the
year.
Champions League, yeah?
Listen, let's
Still
add on
got
to
a
this
second
year
leg.
They're out.
that Pep's been slapped. He's been slapped how many times by Ole as well?
No, the way I see it, look, the way I see it,
And
right?
Man United still ain't come above them once.
No, but
Man
still, them
United
slappings-
are still 10 plus
Listen,
points behind
derby
them.
games are big games.
Manchester's
for them, man.
blue.
The way I see
Derby
it,
games are big games
City
for
at the Pep is not getting the best out of the players at the moment. You guys can talk about KDB's having a good season. Cool. He can be the only one in the City team having a good season if he wants. I think Mahrez has been all right. Sterling has dropped off massively. He hasn't even scored or assisted in donkeys.
Couple of games.
I can't remember
Aguero's
the
had
last time
injuries.
he affected anything. Aguero, now we've got to start looking like he's getting away with not doing nothing for a while now. You know what I
What?
mean? Maguire locked the fuck out of him.
What?
And that's a fact.
What?
Maguire locked him
Do you
off.
agree with this?
Of course.
Beg you give me some drink.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, you guys may like. Listen,
How many goals Aguero got this season?
if you think it's the Aguero of, I know he's getting older and I know he's getting older and stuff.
How
But
many-
Comes
bro,
to like throwing it in.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I know he's getting older and stuff, but he's slowing down massively. He was food and drink from
How
Maguire.
many goals?
Food
How
and
many
drink.
goals he scored this season?
Yeah, but
He's
they-
got what?
Aguero-
About 7? What?
he got
16?
shed by
What is he?
same
16?
Again,
16?
16
Didn't he have this allowed
goals,
goal?
second in the league.
I'm telling you, it's not.
Did he score in the League Cup final? Did he score in it?
It's not so hard. I'm
Scored
telling
in
you.
the League Cup final.
League Cup finals. That's what we like now.
He
Yeah.
scored against
He had
Chelsea.
a
That's what
he
you
had a
like.
disallowed goal. Like I know you're gonna say what you're gonna say.
I
but
know,
he had a
yeah, I was
disallowed
gonna
goal.
Against who?
Today, he had a disallowed goal.
Aguero
good
was
disallowed goal.
Aguero was mute today. If you guys want to talk about a disallowed goal as making him have a good performance, then I
I'm
don't know
not
where your
saying that.
standards
I'm
are
not saying
from.
that. I'm not saying that. In terms
For
of if you're
90
saying
minutes,
performances,
for 90 minutes or whatever, how long he was on the pitch, because he had to get hooked because he wasn't good enough to be on the pitch. Am I right?
60
or wrong?
minutes
He
he was
got
on the pitch,
locked
but yeah.
by Maguire.
You're talking about.
Hey, the
you're
biggest
talking about
guy-
Aguero and you got
every week
Aguero.
there's no disrespect.
I'm out there,
The
man.
Premier League flop of the season, Maguire locking off the best striker in the league. Something doesn't sound right to me.
No. Premier League flop
Something
of the
doesn't
season is
sound
Pepe.
right. You guys
Steady,
are changing. You guys,
steady.
1 second is Maguire, next second is Pepe.
Steady. You just worry about Harry Winks. You worry about Harry Winks.
so what
All
we're
I'm gonna
saying,
say
what?
is Ole. I'll give him his credit for the big games. So the big games, everybody better start figuring it out because you guys can't figure out what Ole's going to do. And that was without the best big game player in the league as well, Marcus Rashford.
What's the big
You
game?
guys are talking about injuries. You guys are talking about injuries. That was without Paul Pogba and that was without Marcus Rashford. And you're talking to me about KDB. Please, come on, guys.
Hey, listen.
Let's not give no excuses, please. Let's not give no excuses. KDB or not, that was a big win for Man United. And we keep trucking along, and we'll see where we end up at the end of the season.
You see the way he smoothed out of that?
Alright, listen,
Go and get a top 4 now.
speaking of where we're going to end up, end of the season, Spurs, interesting week for you, man. You've got Mandem doing WrestleMania.
Fucking interesting.
Mandem doing WrestleMania and the
All I'm
crowds.
saying is that Amazon documentary
It's going to be
Alright, this is going to be epic.
Oh yeah,
10,
why does
10.
that keep coming up? I actually don't know about that one.
Because
They're making, you know what?
Bro, it's all in the
City did.
pipelines.
Then when they had the documentary, Spurs are doing a documentary, but obviously you've had Jose
On
come
what
in
though? What's what?
on their season. Well, they haven't won anything. On
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
shit
saying,
show.
like, there's
The
no
shit
success
show.
there.
We're going to show you up close and personal
There's no success.
of how the shit show goes down.
No.
How
So
you
you
go
have
from
paid,
Champions
so
League finalist and
Tottenham-
become the biggest
Yeah,
regressors in
Tottenham
fucking
have
history.
paid to or whatever.
Yeah.
Someone has reached out to Tottenham or Tottenham have paid,
And paid us money to watch a shit
so
show.
to talk about them having nothing.
It's a comedy special.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is literally.
Come like Dave Chappelle said, give you 50 million.
I had that.
Hey.
Eric,
Bro.
alright,
We,
but I've got
we
time.
need money right
I got
now.
time for
We
Eric
need money
Dyer
for
now. though.
signing. So we'll
But yeah,
get it
let's
anyway.
speak about the Eric Dyer
Eric Dyer
situation
gets my
before we
love
get into
now.
the game.
What's up with it?
I'll be honest.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I was going to give him my champ of the week.
Hey, I'll fully
Champ
rate
or
it.
Trump?
I'm sorry.
My
Yeah, I
champ of
respect
the
him.
week.
If your brother's getting abused in
And
the
he went one
stands-
man up.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
one man up.
He didn't even
you
call the
go
man
through-
them.
He
Listen, I
went
respect
one
it.
man up into the
There's no
stand.
man them at Spurs. There's no man. Who's he
Hey,
calling?
listen, be
Winks?
careful, you know.
Who's he calling?
Be
Winks?
careful, you know.
What, Serge?
MPK.
Wait,
Serge is a
Yo,
real madman, you know?
What's his name? Sanchez?
No, Sanchez isn't about it, but Ori is a real madman. Ori got locked up for slapping a Fed. He's about it. But yeah, no, I think, you see, I think it's weird because Jose handled that really well. For a long time, I haven't seen Jose richly. He said it. In terms of footballers, there's certain things that footballers should be able to, but they can't do.
yeah.
I think he handles that really well. You then look at the Ndombele situation, and it's like,
You don't think he handled that well?
I've seen it before, so I don't know whether it's genuine or not.
Okay.
I've seen it before. I've seen him do it to Joe Cole at Chelsea when he saying that I needed 11 defenders, I only had 10. I've seen him do it to Luke Shaw.
Did it to Mata.
I've seen him do it to Mata.
Pogba.
I've seen it Pogba. I've seen
Shaw.
5, 6, 7.
Hazard,
Wait, what's he
Hazard,
done? What's he done?
That
What's
man
he done?
ran him
As
out
in,
of
like,
Chelsea.
basically,
He got fed up with him.
he picks, he looks at a
pointing
player.
at-
My thing is-
oh, so he
and then
chose
he'll
his
make-
player now, yeah?
He'll make the performance about the
There's
player.
always one. There's always one.
So-
What's his name?
Ndombele.
So he had a
So,
bad game, yeah? And he's
What
on him.
Jose said
It
was,
wasn't just him who had the bad game.
what Jose said
the whole
was
11 had
in
a
the
bad
fir- in
first
the
half.
first half, I needed a midfielder.
Yeah.
That's what he said, right? And he wasn't there. And I'm thinking, hold on.
What?
But
Did he
it's
say
true.
his name, yeah?
No, but the thing is,
He
no.
said
I understand like all 11
Oh.
had a bad first half for me, yeah. But for me, I see no issue with a manager calling out a player if he's played poorly.
No, of course
For
not. I
me,
get that.
Ndombele in that first half was poor.
Yeah, but you
and
know-
I think the main thing he criticised about him was his fitness. I think anyone here will tell you that Ndombele, since he signed, has had fitness issues. It's just a fact of the matter. 10 minutes into every game, he's looking tired.
Yeah, but
it's just the way it is. Like,
Mourinho's problem is
when
not
you've got
them
him
like
and
in
Dyer,
Danku.
when you've got him and Dyer though as your two centre mids and they're tired after 10 minutes, how are you supposed to
Mourinho's
control
problem
the
is
game?
Mourinho's problem is how he does it though.
Why is
Listen,
Mourinho?
That's the difference. That's what you're not. That's what
That's the difference. Mourinho's
That's what you're
problem
not.
is
That's
how
what
he
you're not
does
taking.
how he
in.
does it.
No,
Yes.
100%.
That's the
I
issue.
think there's specific instructions that he's probably given to Dembele defensively. For me, Dembele is not a defensive mid, but he's being played in this double pivot role. And Ndombele,
Listen,
I miss
You
Dembele.
brother. Smudge me. That's the only
You
thing I
don't
smudge you about.
understand.
Dembele, a baller. The
black
real one.
bullshit.
We ain't
The
since
real
he's
one.
left. We ain't replaced that
bullshit,
properly.
you know.
And
I'll
Ndombele
take
was
that.
kind of supposed to be
Can I
the
ask you a
fix to
question?
that, but
With the way Spurs are, right? Don't you think it's hard for players like Ndombele that they are footballers, they're technical players,
Yes.
and the ball's going
We're not-
over their head for 90
Yeah.
minutes? How
We're
is he supposed to
definitely-
affect the game
we're
if the
not-
ball's
we're
not
not
at his
playing
feet?
to suit
Is
him.
that not fair to say?
No,
Same
man.
with Lo Celso as well. That's another person that
But Lo
needs to
Celso
follow.
shining.
He did well.
100%,
He did well
so there you
towards
go.
when he came
So-
on.
so
But what
if you-
happened with Lo Celso though?
what do you mean? What
Well,
happened to
like, in
Lo Celso?
terms
He
of-
came on and changed the game for
There
us.
we go. So he's got the benefit of
But
coming
Ndombele
on.
was there
I
the
mean,
whole.
Yeah, but you're saying that he's not fit.
I'm saying he's not
starting.
fit and not impacting the game.
But
He
he's-
needs to get fit. That's
Yeah, so
on
why
him.
is he still starting then?
Bro, we don't have options. Have you
The
seen
way
our
I
injury
see it.
list?
The way I see it.
Have you? We played 120 minutes midweek. He was one of the only players that
Yes.
didn't play.
That's your problem.
The way I
Listen.
see it is Jose finds his targets, right? Jose finds his targets. Man United, it was Pogba, it was Shaw. Chelsea, as he said, it was Joe Cole. It might have been. He tried to start getting onto Hazard every now and again. They ran him out. That's the difference. They ran him out, and at United, they ran him out as well. Sooner or later, only thing about you guys is that Jose's too big for Spurs, so that's why he's lucky. He's a big manager. You guys are a small club. That's the difference. At these other clubs, he tried to come and do it at big dog clubs, and they ran him out. Right? He's gonna do this with Ndombele as well. And by the way,
is he wrong for it though?
He's your most talented.
He's your most talented player. Ndom is your most talented player, and
what are we basing that off?
On Spurs.
What are we basing
right now?
Ability-wise.
What are we basing that off?
Ability.
You mean that's not injuries?
Watch the game.
Watch
the game.
Son.
You can't just say ability.
So ain't
based
talent?
off what?
Ain't ability and talent go hand in hand?
I understand he's a baller, but to
got
say
more
he's the best
ability than
player on the
Son.
team, come on. You're going on like Son ain't there.
Ability-wise, he's the best player in Spurs.
More than Son.
For me.
More than Son.
Not for me.
Ability-wise, he's the most. I think.
If
Okay.
you think so,
all right.
in your opinion.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
So
cool.
all right, you're gonna say Son. Okay, so he's top 2. A big difference.
It don't matter.
Is that right?
I don't even think he's top 2, but go on. Continue pointing.
I think Mourinho's problem is
Who's more talented? Anyway,
It's beside the point.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. So what he does is he finds his targets, and this is what he's going. He makes it out. He made it out like going from that Burnley game. You would think Ndom's the reason why Spurs didn't win that match.
No.
He talks about it, and do you know how he starts? Like if you're gonna say I need more from a player, blah blah blah. You don't start with, I don't want to say what I really want to say. Nah, I don't want to say what. That's the dickhead thing, bro. If I'm watching that, I'm like, and there's no...
Nah, man, it's because these players are pussies.
There's no surprise that most players, when Jose does it, take it negatively, and it always spirals down.
Players are pussies,
you got to build thicker skin,
every
bro.
player's a pussy.
It
is no. I tell you why. I tell you why.
When all these players are pussies,
It's not
Yeah.
pussy. It's a lot of the time
when
he criticised these players, when he criticised
and all the rest of them are pussies.
Shaw,
Yeah.
was he wrong? No. When
Yeah.
he criticised Martial, was he wrong? No. All of these players have had attitude problems. Ndombele has lacked
Attitude
fitness.
problems.
No, Ndombele has lacked
Why is
fitness.
it all the brothers that always have
Man,
attitude
ain't even
problems?
listening. Ndombele has had fitness issues since he come. He pointed at his fitness.
had injuries
I
as well,
don't
bro.
see facts. So what's wrong with him?
So why are you
pointing at
digging him?
fitness?
If he's got injuries, why are you digging him and make it out like he's the reason why you're losing
All he
games?
said was, I needed players to run.
And he
He's the
didn't run.
only one who rested midweek and did not play.
He didn't run, so he
This
gets
is
Man,
how
I'm
it
not
starts.
listening.
This is how it starts. Yeah.
It's
Listen.
the characters
This is
on
record
it's
time
hold
for
on,
Mourinho.
listen.
This is-
Listen.
Go on, bro.
It's the characters that are on the team. I look back now and I think Mourinho when you first come to Prem, the characters he had were what?
Mercenaries. Yeah, I
Makaleli,
get you.
Drogba.
Big dogs.
Big people that can
Game
tear
changer
these down.
mentality.
These
Game mentality.
these footballers of today,
Pussies.
They're pussies.
Fucking
They're
pussies.
It's-
Okay,
no, but
all right,
it's
You
real.
shout at them and it's like, no, you can't shout at them.
It's great calling
You
these
can't
guys.
criticize a player who's unfit
All right,
for his
listen.
fitness.
It's great calling these guys pussies. It's
back
great
in the
calling these
alcohol.
guys whatever you can
Enjoy
say
yourself,
whatever
man.
you want about these new gen players,
man
but
are
that is
weird.
the way they are. Jose Mourinho's style is not working anymore. It's not working, bro. It like you can. There's only one common denominator, and that's Jose Mourinho. You can say players are pussies. This guy's voice, bro. The guy is
I'm
digging
not-
out.
I'm not
Trey
saying it's a
Parrott.
great
Wait, hold
method.
on. The guy's digging
not
out
saying-
Trey Parrott, who's not even had games, talking about people that want Trey Parrott to play don't even know what he looks like.
That's
Jose has
what's
found
bad
his new
about that,
youngster
though?
target.
How is that
Because
negative?
What Jose does.
How is that negative?
So you think it's positive? If you're
It's
Trey
not
Parrott,
positive.
you like
But
that.
he's
If you're
saying-
Trey Parrott,
he's
you like
saying-
that.
Grow a pair.
Brother,
Grow
you're
a
scared.
pair.
Get out of here,
These
man. Get out of
are
here.
players
big,
by
big
pointing
men.
out
All
obvious
right,
things.
all right, all right. So
Bro,
why do you
you're childish.
why do you never hear Jurgen Klopp do it? Pep Guardiola do it. Why do look at the way Pep Guardiola's
Pep
cheating
Guardiola's
Phil
never
Foden.
called out his players.
Look at the way Pep
That's because
Guardiola's
they're not
cheating Phil
playing
Foden.
bad. Mourinho's putting out players who are playing bad. They're
Thank
playing
you.
bad.
Why are they playing bad?
I wanna-
Who's the
Because
manager?
they're
Who's
shit.
the manager?
No,
here?
no.
So-
Oh, everyone is shit. Jose's great. Everyone's a pussy.
So this is
Jose's
where-
a hard man.
so this
you
is
man are
where-
gassing, fam.
This is where for
Everything's
me,
Jose's fault.
No,
No, that's what it
Just
is.
guessing.
Everything's Jose's fault.
Let me-
Bro,
me
the
chime in
proof's in the
quickly.
puds.
So with-
You've lost
with
more games
Spurs-
on the Jose than you did Poch.
with Spurs.
What are you talking about?
All right.
No,
Come
and this
on,
is
man.
you've
Hey,
actually taken.
I warned
don't
you
know- I
last
don't know
time.
what that-
Hey,
I don't know
I
what that
remember. I
Yeah,
warned
cool.
you last time. Don't let me
let
have
this slip.
Don't let me have part 2 on you, bro. Don't let me have part 2 on you. I warned you last time. This
Enjoy
time
it.
you need to listen to me, bro. You need to listen to me.
Cool.
Because last time I warned you about Poch and you're not listening to me now. I'm
Okay,
telling you.
what are you
I have
warning me
experienced
now?
Jose. You've experienced Jose. We know it. You're naive.
You've just
That's
been
what I'm saying.
rambling for 5 minutes
Yeah,
now.
now you're
To say
angry.
what?
Now you're angry because
Actually
you're not
trying to
listening.
understand what you're saying, but you're just
cool.
I'm
shouting,
saying
bro.
Jose's
Let me go.
killing Spurs morale already.
Because
In
Already.
terms of
tired of hearing
in terms
it.
of Spurs,
Of course you're tired of
what I
it.
find,
Of course.
I
what
think he's
find-
bringing good energy.
No, what I find alarming with
Brings good
Spurs is at the end of the day, I can't directly blame Jose, and I know what you're gonna say. The players and whatnot, they're not good enough. So it goes back to this question.
makeup.
Same thing for months. It's boring now.
So it goes.
You got girls' makeup on your jumper.
He likes
So
girls
Matty.
too much, fam.
You're Martin, the F.
Don't let the missus see
Hold
you.
on, F. But goes back to what, in terms of the squad, Why didn't Poch get the backing to make that squad better?
Now we look
and then
What? He had
and
4
then-
years.
No, but he didn't get the backing because at the end of the day, you can't tell me that you sacked Poch.
He got the backing.
Okay, hear what I'm saying here. You sacked Poch, right? Jose came in, exactly the same things happened. Defense can't keep a clean sheet. You've got not enough strikers. So when there's no strikers,
Yeah,
everyone's
but
saying,
Jose's
we're not
coming
supposed
in
to win.
January. He came in January.
But this is what I'm saying. So if Jose was coming in to make things better, he
Beginning
didn't,
of
he didn't sign
beginning.
anyone. Jose's never came in mid-season anyway. We always know that he likes a nice long pre-season so he can bed things in. So what is supposed to happen? I do think that your board have got it wrong. Because at the end of the day, if this was going to happen, you might as well have kept Poch to the end of the season.
I bet you next season. I bet
What's
this
the
summer.
point of bringing Jose in now? Jose's coming now. Players are still playing.
Because
rubbish.
now, like I said, when Jose come in, this season for me is going to be a very long pre-season for Jose.
Yeah,
That's all it is. This season he's.
but how is it-
You think he's going to
but
spend?
how?
Let me speak for
You
a
think he's
minute.
going to
Let me
spend?
100%.
Yeah, that's what I
He's
think.
already had money to spend in January with Bergwijn and Lo Celso. I think this summer they already you can see this squad needs reinvesting. It's still
We've been seeing
Pochettino's
that
squad.
since last year.
100%.
Well, he
This
just
is
come
why
in.
I'm
He
telling
just
you.
come in.
He's just come in. They sacked Poch because they said we want a man who's done it, seen it, and won shit. That's why they brought him in. They're not going to bring him in,
I think
get
from-
rid of everything Poch built just to knock back Jose.
Mourinho
What's the
this
point?
year-
You look at Jose's track record of everywhere he's been. He's had to spend. This squad now, the attention turns to the board this summer, seeing what they do and how they move forward. Because it's nice having this tourist attraction stadium and all of this. We ain't got Champions League football next year. Now it's what
Last
do you
week you
do
said
to
that
get
you
us
think you're
back
gonna
into
get
it? This was 2 weeks ago, and that
No, it
was
was
before the
last
Sun
week.
injury.
I think
that was before Sun's injury.
right now,
But now-
Tottenham,
Don't
Tottenham,
let this
slip.
Before Sun's injury, that was.
Come,
You know.
Tottenham's plan for Jose and Man United, and Tottenham is just to keep them afloat
This season,
This
yeah.
season, and then in the summer
Build
do
properly.
what you want to do.
Yeah.
He's bought a couple players in January. He's extended the contract of the players that he must want.
Yeah.
In the summer, he's clearly getting at the players that are not doing well.
That are not
So he's-
100%. He's
so
trying to
you know
build
that
that
in the-
mentality where
can't sell
if you're
Ndombele.
not with it by now, by the
can't
summer,
sell
you might
Ndombele.
be
You're out.
low.
You're
And
gone.
Dom
You're
ain't
gone or
going to
you're
go.
dropped.
And Dom's got to
You
get
can't-
with the program.
you can't
That's what
sell
I'm telling
Ndombele.
you. You man are saying, just because Ndoms were not playing short passing or whatever to suit him, it's like, nah. Get
Okay.
with the program.
Fuad,
If
hear
you
this.
need to get better defensively to suit better into Jose's system, do that.
Fuad.
If you need to get fitter to get in the starting lineup, do that.
Fuad.
I don't understand
Hear
why
this,
we're
hear
taking the side
If
of
you have
players
no,
and not
if you have no Champions League next year, if we're being real, it does make it harder to sign a few players. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Like, it'll be the first time we've not had Champions
But
League.
there's
in a
still
long
the
time
Premier League
before.
appeal. There's still the
Premier
appeal
League
of
appeal.
playing for
But
Jose.
We've been saying it for
There's
how
still the
long
appeal
have-
of living in London.
For how long have we
There's
been
plenty
saying
of
that the level of
appeals.
football now is not great?
What's that?
Oh
how
my
long have we
God.
been saying now that level of football is not great?
In
The level
general,
of
yeah?
yeah, in general. the
It's
level's not great.
tired.
For
It's
time.
the worst standard of
For time.
football I've seen.
So riddle me this now. You're telling me with no Champions League football and the level of football being so bad, Jose is now supposed to go and magically find these world-class players to
He
turn
will.
you around.
No
He's
one
one of
said
the
he's
best
finding
man-
world-class players.
He
Who
will
said
though.
that?
He will though.
So what's he
I
finding?
said he will find players
What,
to
just a
sign.
bunch of mercenaries that are
No,
30 years
you
old?
see,
and then
no,
what?
no.
Then Saka
Listen,
will
people
forget
forget
The
that
same
when-
way we got
when he came
Bergwijn,
to
the
Chelsea
same way
in
we got Lo
04,
Celso.
05, the players that you
Man, I
class
don't
as
like- we
big
don't know how
time
to
now,
sign players.
he found. Don't people think that
That was
Mourinho
them, bro.
can't find the players, bro?
Did we-
He
Did you
found
know who
Drogba,
Czech was
he
them.
found
before
Duff,
he signed
That
for?
was
found
them. So you
Robin.
telling me that Jose is going to do that now?
What do you mean? Who brought Khedira and Ozil to
That's cool.
Real Madrid? I'm saying everywhere
year
he's
was
gone,
that in,
Jose has
bro?
known how to sign players.
All
You can tell us from United. What happened at United?
All I'm gonna say is
They won
right,
when he was doing his thing.
Listen,
when they
won
were a
the
shit show and
Euro
they
League.
finished second.
All I'm gonna say
That
is
second
that
season was
the
appalling.
reports came out right this week that Jose told Fred, "Your time at United is over." Fred is now Man United's Player of the Year. Jose was about to bin Fred.
Man United 30 years.
So far this season, Rashford's been
I
injured.
love it.
What?
I like that
Rashford's
you
been
brought up
injured.
Fred. I like that you brought up Fred.
So Fred, right? Fred, who was been told by Jose Mourinho, who's your manager, your time is
you think
over
he's a
at
good-
United,
wait.
has now gone on to be Man United's Player of the Year. The same treatment that you were giving Fred, and everyone was saying, Fred, worst signing of the season, blah, 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 like they're doing with Ndom, Jose was going to get rid of him.
Is Fred not a better player for it?
That just shows me that your
You
club
think,
is
you
out.
think Jose is the one that did that?
100%.
Or Ole?
Mental resilience.
If Fred
That's what
is,
you call.
if
And let me
Fred-
tell you something, yeah. The
Mental
man's come to a new
resilience.
country. The
Mental
man's come to a new
resilience.
league,
You're just tight
played
about
under
this
two managers in the same year, and you think he's gonna
that's
be
for-
Mental
suited.
resilience.
Listen,
Nah, bro.
Alright,
I'm
listen,
saying
listen.
give
Listen,
Ndom
listen.
time. You man are expecting fireworks now when he's had all these
Okay,
injury
but
issues.
No,
alright,
Jose-
listen.
Two different managers.
Alright, you're saying give
Like-
him time. You're saying give him time. Jose wasn't even going to give Fred
Fred
time.
didn't deserve it.
What do you mean?
So why are you're basically talking for
You're,
Jose?
you're
Like,
going
deserve
on like
it.
you're going on like
He didn't
Jose
deserve
said
it.
now.
Well,
Ndom is
now
out the
what?
squad. He's not playing
He's turned
again.
the corner,
All
right?
right,
All
lucky
he
he's
said about
right. But
Ndom
if
is
you're
he
telling
needs
me
to
that
get
the
fit.
Fred that
I
I'm
don't
watching right
understand
now
what's so
is
bad.
if Fred is your best player, there is a problem.
This season.
But there is a problem.
That's why Man United.
There is a problem. That means stop talking about Martial. Stop talking about Rashford.
We don't. Rashford would have been player of the year.
If Fred is your best player, there is huge problem at Manchester United.
So if that's what you think, that's perfectly fine. But that doesn't change the fact that Fred's performances have improved away from Jose Mourinho, who Jose Mourinho told your time at United's over.
Are you giving Oli credit for that?
I just said I'm going to give him credit for it.
Cool.
So you can't try and tell me you're trying to say, give him time. Jose wasn't even going to give him time.
The same way Fred was given a year.
Jose wasn't even going to. He wasn't given a year because Fred was. What do you mean he was given a year? Jose wasn't going to give him a year.
Fred was given time to adjust.
What's Fred even doing?
Bro, you got to watch the game. I can't tell you.
What is he actually doing that's special?
He's just running around like a headless chicken.
He's a midfielder.
Oh, here we go. This guy, don't change it because you're hot. Because you were the one that's saying, I need to talk about Fred. Fred has been doing his thing.
I know. I said Fred is doing good.
Fred
is doing good. But then guess what? We've given Fred the time to adjust to the league.
What's that? What's the 8 in today as well? Tell me.
There's a defensive midfielder, there's an 8, there's a 10. He's the one he's the progressive one. He's the one that's trying to control games. And he's been doing that. He has been doing that. He's been
playing well. Yeah.
You know he has. Away from Jose Mourinho.
Because he's adapted to the Premier League now.
You're trying to tell me
he's
because
playing
of mental
regularly.
resilience. You're trying to tell me because of mental resilience.
100%.
Alright, cool.
He's given time and he's adapted.
Just to summarize,
that's what's happened with Fred. That's what we need with Van Dam.
That's fine. Just to summarize, right? Just to summarize this whole Spurs thing. For me,
it's all Jose's fault.
Spurs had a situation where they had Poch. Sorry, bro. Spurs, they had a situation where they had Poch, who's done your best job for donkeys, whatever, and you had a poor squad. In my opinion, you got rid of your best asset. Your best asset was Poch. You're now bringing in Jose Mourinho and trying to rebuild. Why didn't you just give Poch that money and tell him to rebuild?
That's what I said.
In my opinion,
when he was there, that's what I said.
Nah, you loved it. It's Jose wait. It's Jose wait. And now you lot are there. Now you lot are stuck.
Poch. The tapes are back.
Poch. I think your best asset be your manager who went 4 years and won nothing.
What does he kick the ball?
And did you see how toxic it was last year?
So you don't think he's their best?
You were saying
I was saying he's gonna.
Bro, you were saying get Poch out.
What did I say? I was saying
you change the narrative every week, bro.
I said, wait, hold on. I said Poch can't take it any
so
further with that.
It was getting toxic.
When we said
he needed to leave.
Talking about backing,
you said it was getting toxic. While his stock is high, he needs to leave. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that
while his stock is high, he needs to leave. But now all of a sudden it's it was the wrong idea to sack Poch.
All right, okay, so now go back. So if I said that his stock is high, doesn't that mean he's your best asset?
Come on, bro.
I know that.
I was saying that,
bro. You're just going.
You're preaching to the choir.
Honestly, today you're just waffling.
We're gonna go in circles. We're gonna go in circles.
You know, anytime we dip into Spurs, it gets like that.
We're gonna go in circles.
I do not mind.
It's all Jose's fault,
bro. Arsenal fan, unbeaten this year so far.
I think we've lost.
Well, in the Prem,
2020.
Okay, cool.
2020 in the Prem, unbeaten. Talk to me. What's good? What's Arsenal saying?
Title next season. I don't have time to waste, bro. Title next season. There we go.
You saying
I'm gonna go as far as saying Invincibles.
Oh yeah, listen, hey, let's take away the drink.
No. All right, I need to say it like this. My manager's a very serious manager because these are if you put 2 and 2 together, he leaves Man City start to flop. He joined. That's a fact though. If you want to believe it or not, since he's left Man City,
argue the facts.
If you want to,
you can't argue the facts. Can you?
Since he has left Man City, has there been a negative?
The proof's in the pudding there still.
Is there am I wrong?
Apparently, you only put out the
but we don't know the ins and outs.
That's what I can say.
We don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but from what I see, since he's left, Raheem Sterling's fallen off, Aguero's whatever. Cool. Alright, cool. So he's joined us now. The same team that Emery had, that was losing, that was leaking goals. We're now keeping clean sheets. We're now not losing. We're now scoring goals. We now have a system and an identity. We're a proper team now.
Yeah.
So
the only thing I see now is the same thing as Mourinho with Tottenham is that Arteta's thing is if you can get us in top 4, thank you. You've exceeded expectation. But what we want you to do right now this season is just keep us afloat, keep us relevant, get a system, whatever. Next season.
Title's too far.
Next season is when my club steps up.
What?
Title's too far.
Next season, I'm not joking. I'm not talking about top 4. I'm talking about
you're serious.
Tell us going for titles.
But tell us what that means.
But how?
Huh?
Yeah, tell us
how? Because with that
elaborate.
same, are you talking with that same squad, or are you talking about?
How does this come to light?
You're making signings.
What? No, from my personal point of view, there has to be changes.
Yeah.
But
so where should the changes come in?
The fact is, right now.
Where?
Oh, in my defense.
So what, Luiz? Or
that guy's got to go. Quick.
You reckon?
Quick, immediately, ASAP.
Socrates.
I personally like Socrates.
So but Saka's hard. Saka's cold. What
good
do you think
player.
about Saka?
I think
He's
he's
a
a
good
good.
player.
I think he's.
not a
well,
left back,
I don't
though.
think he's a left back.
That's
I
the
don't
thing,
believe
yeah.
in that whole like you see that Wan-Bissaka thing. I don't believe in it. Yeah, I want someone who grew up
natural.
to be a left back. To be a left back.
But you got Tierney there. Maybe he'll get.
Yeah,
rid of him.
He's still injured, bro.
Right, cool.
He's been injured since the day he signed.
He started off good for me.
What being
personally.
around the bush? Lacazette or Aubameyang? Talk to me.
What about him?
Their
Next season,
contracts
what's going on?
expire next year.
What being around the bush? We'll talk
Who
about
gets
all these
renewed?
names.
I'll
Who
wait
gets
for them
renewed?
to-
Who gets
like,
sold?
For me, it's a tough
Thank
one.
you.
They can both go, but
No,
here's
both.
why.
I'm alive,
Here's why they can both go. Aubameyang can go because for me, Aubameyang's 30. We've now got a new manager, so rebuild. Like Martinelli's
But
there.
he's literally been
No, I'm not
all your
saying go
goals
because
for the
you're.
last 2
I'm not
years.
saying go because you're out of form or you're
Yeah,
rubbish.
yeah.
I'm just literally saying go because you're
Jump
30.
ahead of the curve.
Let's start thinking because we've got to start planning.
So then what?
Lacazette-
Put all of that. So all them goals that Aubameyang is scoring, you're gonna expect Martinelli to take.
No, well, I'm not saying Martinelli, but get a striker that is younger.
That's hard to
But
find.
if it's not there, then keep him and then you'll find it in time.
Because you've
You're
got
gonna
one
get us
year.
when we
You've
sign
got 1
Morata.
year
My
in
thing
that
is-
case.
Start
my
scratching
thing
You
with
got San
Lacazette-
Morata.
That's what I'm saying. Start scratching your head.
My thing with Lacazette is I just think Lacazette don't suit Arteta.
Because you've got two good youngsters, I think, with Martinelli and Nketiah, but I don't think they're ready to take.
Got Balogun as well.
Why are you talking about Nketiah?
Well, you don't rate Nketiah now?
This is what I was saying. When we behind
like
the scenes,
this. I like
behind
this.
the scenes, we were talking about Tammy
There's
Abraham,
levels.
right?
Yeah.
Tammy Abraham hasn't had a bad season. He's not the tired, but my team. Listen to what I've come from. I've grown up. I was at back end of Ian Wright. I've grown up on Dennis Bergkamp. I've grown up on Thierry Henry.
You expect
I've
a
had
certain
Sylvain
caliber.
Wiltord off
So
the
you ain't
bench.
trying to hear no
I've had
Nketiahs
still.
and...
I'm not. This ain't Tottenham.
That's youth, though.
That's youth. You get me? I didn't.
That's your own.
Get me? Les
One of your own.
I've grown up with like top notch. And then Nketiah's not dead, but he ain't it.
He ain't it. Yeah.
He ain't
Okay.
it. And you know what? I'll be happy to have Nketiah off the bench. Nketiah is my Sylvain Wiltord.
Yeah.
Come off the bench, 70th minute, new energy, work for the ball, whatever. But we need a.
I said work for them.
we need a
Never score a tap in work for them.
but we need the serious.
That's hard to find nowadays, though.
And Aubameyang is a serious striker.
Aubameyang goal.
But Aubameyang is a serious striker. But my only thing for Aubameyang is he is 30.
Yeah, but
That's it.
I
You
hear
can't
you.
build-
but with
you
his-
can't
So you're
With the
saying
way he
you're trying to
plays.
you're trying to anticipate the decline, basically.
The decline.
You're basically saying that.
Of
'cause he's
Aubameyang.
yeah. That's what you're
He
trying to
might not
prevent
even.
it.
He might not even decline.
I think he's
but-
got
That's what
2
I'm
years in.
saying.
Yeah,
At
that's the thing. He
least.
might not even decline
Yeah.
because obviously with technology and the way players
And
think
the
now.
drugs.
But I'm just thinking like just on an average day, like he's 30. So if you want to build, but I don't want this whole thing of like getting a young player. I want the world class 24, 25-year-old.
Yeah.
But the thing is, okay, let's go back to what you're saying.
I
You're
don't think
saying
world
that.
class players will join Arsenal at this point.
You're saying
We're a
that.
world class club.
Okay, well let's stick at this.
I think
We're
not
a
currently.
world class club.
Right now-
Historically,
We're
not
a
currently.
world class club.
Right
Historically,
now,
not
listen,
currently.
Let's take it where it is. Right now, Arsenal are 9th. You're on good form. All the teams above you are close by. You could finish in Europa League. You could even finish Champions League. It really depends.
By the way, what's the situation with because Man City right now are banned, right?
As
So top
it
five,
stands right now, top 5 is still
then
Champions League.
Arsenal get Champions League.
So you think you're going to put top
Wolves,
five?
Wolves.
You're going ahead of United.
I'm gonna watch me. I'm skipping the club above me because they don't.
Man, I'm right.
That's
they-
Spurs, by the way.
They ain't
Oh,
in this.
Spurs.
They ain't in this. Sheffield United and Wolves, I believe. Like Wolves, for example, I've watched them. They're a 30 club, but I'm just gonna go with this is what I'm thinking of history and historical reasons. I just think they'll just fall off. So
Nowadays the Prem don't care
no,
about
I'm
history,
saying-
and
I hear that. But I'm
Liverpool
just-
about to win the league. If we're going by history, they're not champions. boy.
Liverpool are winning the league that no one cares about.
I hear
Wow.
that.
I don't care.
I've been trying to
It's
warn
so
AD
mad.
about
It's
that.
so mad.
Real
that the
haters,
one time
boy.
they win the league is where everyone's rebuilding. No one cares. Nothing. But in regards to Arsenal, I
It wasn't
genuinely
even a
think,
title race.
I genuinely think top 5 is
They were that
top
good.
5 is
Yeah,
doable.
they were that good.
No,
There
but
was no race.
when you talk about like Aubameyang can go or Lacazette can go, that's not gonna happen. Both of them ain't gonna go. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
It's one or the other.
Both of
Oh,
them ain't
Lacazette
gonna-
then.
Lacazette.
And not because you know what's mad. I really liked. Like when
Liked.
in the no, because in the
It's that grammar there. I
in
like
the Emery
past tense.
situation, the way Lacazette was playing, Lacazette has never been the striker for goals for me. Lacazette is always I'm
Skin
bringing
fade
everyone
and
into
shape
play.
up.
Why do people like saying this? We talked about this before. Lacazette link-up play. Why
the
is this
thing
one
about
link-up
it,
play?
Arsenal
What?
signed
This
Lacazette.
flick-ons.
myth?
Do you watch Arsenal when
This
it was
myth.
Emery? When it was Emery, did you watch Arsenal?
Who's got better link-up play, Giroud or Lacazette?
Giroud.
But when I see it, the way I see it, when
Chelsea-
Lacazette
And you sold Giroud to.
I was crying.
You got rid of Giroud, and then
I was
Lacazette
crying.
came in.
I was crying tears
To
when we
replace
let Giroud go. Crying tears.
But when Arsenal signed Lacazette, right, they signed him as a goal scorer. How come now that he's come to Arsenal, he's no longer a goal scorer? We don't require goals from him.
Well,
when Arsenal signed him, I remember everyone was talking about he's got 33 goals.
Yeah,
he's got
so Lacazette came before Aubameyang and was scoring goals.
Yeah.
Aubameyang came.
It's
It's
clear-
clear,
Why
it's
did
clear-
Aubameyang
It's
come?
clear to
My
me
team.
that two things that even happened. Aubameyang just taken over, just fully taken over in terms of the goal scoring, or Lacazette looked at the club and looked at Aubameyang's side of play and said, all right, you know what, actually, Lacazette has looked at Aubameyang, because I'm going to say this, there's no point in having Aubameyang outside the box.
Yeah, he's rubbed.
Outside the box, there's no point in having him. Inside the box, I know there's a goal coming. If it's inside the box, give it to Aubameyang. So Lacazette has looked at it and said, all right, I know I can play ball. Aubameyang can score goals. So let me drop back, let me help.
So on like a
But
Firmino thing, but I don't think that's what Arsenal
that don't
require.
mean you
Arsenal
stop
require
scoring, though.
goals from
But I'm saying now it's changed. Now it's changed since Emery's gone. And now we just need a striker. So that's why I was saying Lacazette can go, because he ain't
First.
the striker. Aubameyang has proven now that he is the striker.
The big
if
dog.
we want goals, we're going to get it.
No, I hear that. I hear that.
I want to ask you something now.
I
You
only
said,
talk sense,
you
brother.
said you're,
Nah, I get that.
you said
still.
you said you're a history guy, right? And you took a slight dig at Liverpool when we were talking about them, and you made mention about the invincible team. So there's a lot of talk about a certain Gilberto Silva.
You're not going to disrespect him.
No, I want to know your opinion on it. There's certain
What?
talk that if there was
Gilberto Silva, what are you on about?
What about
a
him?
certain talk that if there was a combined squad, he doesn't make.
about?
There's basically factions of Liverpool fans saying that if there was a combined squad between that Arsenal team,
And who played? No.
well, that's what I'm asking you, because we don't have Arsenal fans on.
Gilberto Silva.
So what? So
Who's a
what?
better
So
team?
you're talking about? Are you talking about who?
A combined team.
Combined 11
A combined team, who
current
gets in?
Liverpool team.
Do you want me to give a combined 11?
Because you know this week, you know with the win the other day,
Yeah,
Arsenal,
by one goal, by
Liverpool,
one game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have already won more
Yeah.
games
I
than
don't
you
care.
lot. So what do you think?
But
Like,
again, I'm going to say.
So
this
obviously
is-
Liverpool
this
fans
is
are gonna
the
say
wor-
their team
I'm
better than you
going
lot.
to say again, this is the worst standard of the Premier League I've seen. I'm 24. This is the worst standard of the Premier League I've seen since I can recall watching Premier League. Do you disagree?
I agree. I've been
But
trying to
nobody
tell
else
people,
is winning. If it's that bad, why is nobody else winning?
because they're the team that are
They're
ready.
the team already, but this is let's be real. Is it the worst standard of the Premier League?
Yeah.
All right, so
I keep saying it, like, if we're being real, the Leicester
But you've
season,
still
right,
got to
there was still a
beat
title
these shit
race.
teams.
It was a rubbish one. but
Arsenal
there
came
was a title
second
race.
that year.
This year, there was no title. There was
Arsenal
no
came
No,
second
100%.
to
Because they've been
Leicester.
that much better than everyone
Yeah,
else.
and everyone else has just been.
We came third. Who came second that year?
No, they came second. They came second.
Tottenham.
Spurs bottled it.
Spurs bottled it.
Spurs bottled
We
second.
came third that year.
Yeah, you both.
They
Two
got
horse races.
You won it.
What an
Yeah,
awful
yeah.
football club. No,
But
but
yeah, talk to me
is
about the
what
two
it is.
teams.
should we? Am I giving my 11?
Bro, just free it, man. Because
Yeah.
my thing is, I'm not Arsenal fan. I'm
All right.
not a Liverpool fan.
If
So
I look
I like Henry's
if I look at
perspective.
Invincibles, the only players that are guaranteed a place, and I would have to put aside people, would be Salah and Mane.
over
Trent
Mane
and Robbo?
over Robert Perez.
No, those are the only people that will get in the conversation.
Oh, okay.
What, Trent and Robbo don't?
Van Dijk.
Why are you talking about Trent? I
Allison,
said-
Allison over Lehman, no?
I-
So you're picking Lehman over Allison?
All right, and Alisson.
Robbo, you know, over the
Lehman,
Ashley
yeah.
What
Cole.
about over Ashley Cole?
No.
Ashley
hold
Cole.
on, I forgot that.
You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
excited.
I got a little too excited there, so I
But
forgot
even-
it was Ashley
alright,
Cole.
people disrespect-
What's in this? What's in this?
People disrespect. No, I'll give it to you then. Alisson. What formation do you want me to have?
Bro, it's
Go
Your
for
team.
go
It's
for
your
this
team.
formation.
Because
The
I said some-
Invincibles.
I
Let's go
said-
for the formation that the Invincibles
Yeah.
go for two.
All right, then I'm
Yeah.
having Lauren over Trent.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you again. I said this on Cheeky Sport the other day. Yeah.
We don't shout up still.
Nah, we love them. Come on. Nah, it's all love. If that's what I'm saying. If Trent plays in the old school in the Premier League back in the day, yeah, he's getting found out because he gets found out defensively
You're
now.
not allowed to say that here because you get bollocked for saying that.
Why?
Still. When we said that a few times, you got bollocked.
He'll get found out defensively on a
Shout
regular.
out, shout out that man for saying
Is
that.
Trent a good defender?
He's not a great defender, no.
All right. So if you said the old formation, I have Lauren.
But don't you think he at least has something world class about him?
Yeah, he can cross the ball.
Lauren didn't.
Yes, he did.
You think he was world class?
Yes, he
What
did.
was he world class at?
He
Lauren
was
was
world
not world
class
class.
because he was in the defense that won the title.
No.
I
Him
don't
as an
understand.
individual. I'm
If
talking
you
about.
are in
You can't say every single player for Arsenal were world class.
in that invincible season, every single player was world class. Deny me.
But then they let Wayne Bridge
Deny
crash them
me.
out of the
I don't
Champions League.
care. I don't care. I don't
can't say they're all
care.
world class.
I don't care.
Bro, nah.
I couldn't
You
care
can't do
less.
that. It don't
we
work
lost
like that.
We lost the game. Doesn't mean not world class. You have won you have gone a whole season and you have not lost at the elite
As a
level
team,
of football.
but we're talking about the individual here.
And the individual Lauren that went with Cameroon to the quarterfinals of the World Cup in 02?
Nah.
Yeah,
What?
with South Senegal. You mean
Senegal, sorry.
But I don't think he was.
But he's not Senegalese.
Where is he from?
That was
where's he
Hill
from?
Hajj Juice.
You know what I mean? Like,
He's from Cameroon. He's from Cameroon.
I don't even know
Yeah,
they're
man.
all right backs. What's going on here? You gotta come with facts. Man, I just brought you Barcodes now.
This is Stoppage Time TV. He's
excluded just for that.
With the facts.
There is. You know what? Obviously, they look the same minute.
Let's try to make our facts.
They look the same minute.
The flag.
No, he went to the match, innit? He went to the match. He was watching. No, bro,
You gotta take that shot. Back
Blame it on the juice.
Back it. But all seriousness, in that formation, I'm having Lauren.
So Lauren right back.
For
Can you go
balance.
centre back?
I'm keeping-
Okay.
I don't care what side. I have Van Dijk and
Campbell.
Sol Campbell, then Ashley Cole. 4-4-2.
Middle of the park, who you going?
4-4-2.
Vieira.
Vieira in the middle.
Young.
There's no Liverpool midfielder gets in there, bro.
Youngberg.
Jumba.
No, we're talking about in the middle. So the two in the middle,
Oh.
4-4-2. Yeah, it's Gilberto Silva and
Yeah, okay.
Henderson ain't starting over him. You forget it. Forget it. Fabinho, he asked me a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know what he's going on with right now. Like literally the last. How long's he been back in the starting
He's
lineup?
been rubbed lately.
He's been
Yeah,
since
Yeah,
he's been
but-
back. He ain't
yeah, but
been
it's the
great.
same thing that happened to him before though. He needed a couple of weeks, so maybe he needs a couple of weeks. But
Yeah.
right now it is literally Gilberto Silva and Patrick Vieira.
And then out wide. Gotta be Salamane.
Longberg can be dropped and Salah can play.
Perez or Mane? This is the question I want to hear because everyone
This is
says
the one,
Mane,
yeah.
Mane, but
Alright,
Perez.
people say money,
Or Mane.
but you're telling me the formation, yeah? And we're sticking to this.
But let's
formation.
talk about the players as well because
Alright,
a lot
alright.
of people don't remember what
the
Robert
player,
Perez
the players.
was doing in
It
the Premier
said,
League.
don't worry,
Perez,
I
the
know.
original inverted winger.
I know the
Exactly.
player that
Go on.
every season of Robert Perez being at Arsenal is guaranteed 20 assists. Guaranteed 20 assists.
I ain't got that.
I ain't
fact, so
sure
I
about
can't back
that.
Keep talking.
I can't
go
back
with
that.
it.
20 goals and assists.
The
but
thing
No,
about-
keep talking.
I don't think it's 20 assists.
As
That's
in,
a mad
20 goals
stat.
and assists.
Yeah, maybe it's 20 goals and assists.
No, keep talking.
It's
Keep talking.
20 goals and assists guaranteed in
Yeah,
the season.
20,
but
yeah,
not,
20 goals and assists guaranteed every
yeah.
season.
No,
But
I
no,
agree
you
with
guys
that.
keep talking,
Because
so-
for me, I think Perez was the original inverted winger. Like he was one of the first wingers to be cutting in and actually scoring
14 goals.
14.
Like
As a
when-
left midfielder,
as
not
wingers,
left winger.
yeah.
That's quality still.
We didn't
In that
see that.
era, that's quality.
we didn't
Oi,
see that.
Abs, are you listening to this? As a left midfielder, Perez got 14 goals.
Three seasons
on the
back to
bout. Left midfielder. Old school
he's
left
great.
midfielder.
And we also
but
got to
then-
talk
I
about.
won't-
You also got to talk
what
about
is
how
Sadio
class.
Mane?
You got to talk about the class of Perez.
He was
because
a very
what
good
people are
footballer.
going to do now is just say stats. Mane got
No,
this.
no.
When you look at for me, when you look at the class, Robert Perez was the definition of class.
Yeah.
You know, before I even knew what class was,
Yeah.
was Perez was
Yeah.
one of the best.
Even
I was like,
how he
this
moved.
guy's different.
I've got it.
You know
Here's the
what I mean?
starting. Here's the
Them
starting
duck
11.
feet.
Here's starting 11. Alisson, Lauren, Van Dijk, Campbell, Ashley Cole, Salah, Vieira, Gilberto Silva, Robert Perez, Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry. Don't even
how many
mention.
Liverpool?
Don't even mention that silly guy that can't score a goal at his
home ground, yeah.
Don't mention him. Don't
Say
mention
what?
him.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Because he called.
Well, I do
called-
rate him though, but
Hey.
don't mention him.
He
Don't
called Firmino the new Dennis Bergkamp. What do you think?
Closest thing.
mention him. Don't be so stupid.
You're mad, man.
Don't be so stupid.
You don't think so, nah?
You crazy?
Listen, close enough. I think.
How?
Close, since Dennis Bergkamp, who's the closest player you've seen to that plays similar off the striker?
Berbatov.
Very creative. Berbatov was an out and out 9.
No.
He wasn't off the striker.
Nope.
He's a Spurs fan. He should know more.
Trust me, Berbatov was an out and out 9.
Nope.
He was not
Alright,
off
maybe,
the striker.
alright, if you're talking about Tottenham Berbatov, I'm talking about Man United Berbatov.
No, even Man United Berbatov. Who's he
For
playing
me,
off?
He was out 9.
He was an out 9, bro. Like
He wasn't- the
I'm
thing is,
saying,
he
I'm not
doesn't play
talking.
like
I'm
an
not
out-and-out
saying.
nine.
I'm not saying Firmino's better than Bergkamp. I'm not saying he's even on level. But I'm saying the closest thing we've seen stylistically, what he does, the way he links up play,
Alright, so
both footed.
forget about the striker then. So
Yeah.
stylistically, Berbatov.
I don't think Berbatov. I think okay, stylistically, Berbatov is closer.
Thank
I
you.
would say so.
Stylistically,
I would even agree with that.
But
But Berbatov was an
he
out
was
and out
a
9.
He was a 9.
All right, so what's the question again then?
I'm saying the closest thing we've seen to Dennis. I said that we've seen to Dennis Bergkamp was Firmino since Dennis Bergkamp.
So the whole like striker midfielder that.
Just plays off
Didn't
that
someone
role.
say Benzema in the comments? Son?
No, somebody said Johnson, which was not a
I
bad
think
shout.
Johnson's a good shout. But I think
That's a very
Firmino's
good shout.
better than Good Johnson, me personally.
I'll put Peter Crouch. No, I'm joking.
Easy now.
Alright, cool. So you mentioned that you want to be challenging for titles next year. They've got Jose Mourinho on that side.
What does that mean?
Well, boy, listen, that's two people.
Mourinho-
Jose Mourinho is going to be expected to try and win stuff.
Mourinho's
You're
my
saying
guy,
you're going to
but-
win stuff. So what's going to happen in North London next year?
But I believe that there's a plan, and I think it's only going to be upwards for Tottenham. I don't think they're going to be in a title race. I probably think you lot are going to lose Harry Kane next year. So
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't.
I think Harry Kane's off if he gets
Who's going to take him?
United.
Hey, listen.
Now,
I don't really want no has-beens, personally. You see with Harry
I
Kane...
wonder if he'll change his tune
No,
now.
by the way, I
Kane-
think Harry Kane's tired.
All of a sudden he'll start loving
the
him.
thing is, Kane is good. He scores goals. Kane scores goals.
Hazard,
It's always going to be going downhill for Kane. You know what I mean? United always get these players at the wrong time.
He ain't good
And
enough.
I don't know about Harry Kane.
But yeah, no, talk to me about that. Because, I mean, if you guys don't get Champions League football this season...
I hope we finish 9th or 10th so we can just play one game a week. And
But
then
who's
just
going to be in
load
the
up.
most... like?
If you don't get Champions League football, it's just back to normal. Tottenham are
It
not.
is. Like,
Tottenham-
right now,
Aye,
we've reset
aye, listen to me. Listen
where
to
we
me,
were
listen to me.
before.
Whatever's happened in the last
Way
couple
back.
years, yeah, is your little phase. Your little phase is we just got top 4. Stop it now. Let's get back to where you belong, and that's top 10.
What's that?
Stop
Top
it.
10, yeah?
Stop it.
Hey, top
Is that-
10?
is that where you are now?
I've seen
That's
Spurs
where Arsenal
battle
are now.
relegation.
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
I've seen
that's-
Spurs.
I'm Juan de Ramos.
I've seen you play 14, 15.
Hey, how old are you? No,
Bro,
this-
like, I don't know
Hands
what's
revealing
like.
his age.
Tottenham
Let's talk about what,
Tottenham started thinking there's some big club. Like,
Hey,
we won
hey.
something in 08? 08?
We finished above you for the last 3 years.
Yeah, have it. I said it's your
I'm
phase.
just saying,
like,
yeah.
Harry Redknapp
You're
and
still
Gareth
behind
Bale
us.
has deceived
Even
you
in
lot.
our worst period,
that
you're
little
still
phase
behind
when-
us.
That little phase when Gareth Bale just and you lot started buying Paulinho and
That-
Lamella
them-
and
them
what's his
retards.
name? Child, what's his name?
Kirikesh.
Chadley.
Like, get out,
Yeah.
get out, yeah.
You know what? Yeah, we need Osh, yeah, for 1v1. That's what we
yeah.
need him on a one-on-one because this Arsenal Spurs little thing.
No,
you
but
guys
talk to me
got-
because
it's
you're gonna.
crazy.
You said that you guys have been on top for 3 years, no trophies and that.
Everyone FA.
They
won
won
FA
any-
Cup.
they won any
So-
trophies
so-
either.
nonsense, man.
What trophies have you won?
Come out with that.
What FA
rubbish.
Cups?
Like, we won FA Cup like 2 years on the bounce.
And what respect did you get for that? You lot are still
Bruv,
rubbed.
I won the league.
You lot are still rubbed.
Like,
You lot got to the Europa League final last year and got
the
absolutely
best thing you've done in
slaughtered.
the last couple of years is getting a new stadium,
You lot-
and even that's tired. I don't.
Listen, our stadium's better than yours.
No, it's not.
If we want to do this dick measuring contest, we could do it.
No, but because it is just weird. Because I mean, Arteta's come in and like we have to give him some sort of credit.
We're undefeated.
He's
The way I
I
steadied
think
the
both
ship.
those clubs will be fighting for top 4. But I
Both
think
those clubs
it'll
are in
be-
transition.
Yeah.
Transition.
Because
Say the
forget,
same thing.
forget
Yeah,
Arsenal.
I'll
We've been
go
talking
a
about
little
Arsenal
bit
for
more.
like 20 years.
Don't put
We've been
Arsenal
talking
and Tottenham in the
20
same
years.
category.
Chelsea, bro. Chelsea had a big win. We're talking about Arsenal for like 50 years, bro.
We ain't got much time, but it was nice to score lots of goals.
I thought it was running until whenever.
Yeah, I know, but in general, like we got a round up soon. It was nice to score lots of goals. That's the best way I can put it. It was nice to score lots of goals. I think me and Kama spoke about Billy Gilmore a lot.
It's Everton, man.
And
He
height.
scored Liverpool.
New height,
100%. But I think there's a phrase where one of my favourite players of all time, Paul Scholes, used to say, football's a...
When did he become one of your favourite
Well
players?
done, man.
No, in general, like, I just love him.
Aye.
Like, there is, and it's his phrase here.
When did that happen?
Always. You know certain man, yeah?
That's the first time I've heard that.
All of a sudden, Billy Gilmore comes along and your favourite player
No,
is
but
Paul
deep it.
Scholes.
That's how I told you about Stewart the other day. You don't know
Straight
me.
out of
I see
Arsenal
you once a
Wait,
week.
did you say Paul Scholes?
Yeah.
Didn't we do Hall of Fame last week and you dashed him out?
He didn't
Yeah,
even
but what did I
mention
say?
Scholes.
Did you see him?
No, he was on the side. What do you mean, bro?
We moved.
Anyway,
we moved.
what was I saying?
I moved.
Football's football's a simple game,
4 goals
complicated.
against England under 11 goalkeeper. It's
Listen,
ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? Football is a simple game complicated by idiots. The thing I like about Billy, right, and it's like what you said about Jorginho, he just does it simple. 1-2 touch.
I did
touch,
not
get
say
forward.
that about
No. You said that Jorginho doesn't do it. You said that Jorginho
Gilmore's
doesn't do it.
already on Jorginho
You
level, you know.
said Jorginho doesn't do it. You said Jorginho
It's
doesn't
like,
do
you
it.
know.
You said Jorginho doesn't do it. Like, Billy, 1-2, move the ball forward. 1-2, move the ball forward. Like, you know, you can tell when someone can play football. Same thing about Bruno. You look at him, you go, you know what, this guy can play football. Like Billy Gilmore can play football. At the end of the day, like I like him. He's a good
This
kid.
Billy
I'm
Gilmore
not hype
narrative
Chelsea
needs to come
fans.
to an end.
I'm not happy. I'm just saying, what
love
have
it.
I said? He can play
You
football.
know what's mad though? How many?
He can play
None of these
football.
young players are going to be in your team next year, bar 2. So name the 2. The only 2's making it.
Reece James.
Only 2. Like, let's be real.
RJ's in the squad. RJ's
And it's even worse if you don't make Champions League at all.
No, RJ's in the squad. I don't think Tammy's
RJ,
starting.
Reece
Reece
James.
James. I don't think.
He's like, yo, we can manage
No,
this.
man, I actually started thinking of basketball. RJ
Barrett.
I don't think.
That's jokes.
I don't think Tammy starts next year, which is even interesting because of his contract talks.
Let's get into that contract talk because you see, for me,
Yeah.
Tammy, as I said earlier, Tammy should be taking a pay cut to be playing for Chelsea instead of a pay increase. He is excited. Somebody in his camp needs to tell him, listen.
Okay.
Somebody in his camp needs to tell him, listen, you are excited. Chill out. Because wait. Because I get the whole Cho thing, because you guys messed up with Cho. But Cho had leverage. Cho at least said, hey, Bayern have actually got 40 million right here and they want to put it on me. A team that are better than Chelsea, and the proof's in the puds because they just scored the hell out of you in the Champions League. So when you look at that, right? When you look at that, he had leverage. Tammy, I'm sorry, bro. If Tammy was to leave Chelsea, he would struggle to play for a team in the top 10. How you can think you should be getting 108, near to 180 is bizarre. And it honestly is bizarre. It's bizarre. And because you know
Ridiculous.
Chelsea, you know Chelsea, right? Next season, as a Chelsea fan, should Tammy be a striker next season?
shouldn't
As
be
a
a
nine,
starting striker,
he shouldn't
no.
be. So then, mate, that's all I got here. A bench player cannot be getting 180k.
Hear what I have to say about this. In any work of life, if you hit your objectives and you perform above what you believe you performed compared to everyone else, you're entitled to ask for more money.
What objective?
I look at
objective.
Money.
So wait, are you saying he's hit
2
his
goals in his
objectives?
last 10? Is that an
In terms
objective?
of
hit?
if you look at the season
Are you
now,
saying he's hit them then?
he scored 13 goals.
You've been saying this for about 10 weeks.
I was just about to say.
For about 10 weeks.
But listen
you
to what
think he
I'm
deserves
saying.
one?
You
Listen to
keep
what I'm
saying
saying.
first.
Hey, wait.
No, but listen to what I'm
So you
saying.
think he deserves one?
I don't think he deserves it, but at the end of the day, if he's put up numbers, he has every right to go and demand something.
Those ain't numbers.
Let me hear it. Let me
Those
break it
ain't
down. This is what it is. This is what it is.
Those ain't numbers.
Compared to everyone else, how many other goals
13.
have he scored? Compared to everyone else in that team.
13 is what we're rewarding with a new contract.
Compared to everyone else in that team, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he should get one, but I'm saying at the end of the day,
I'd give Giroud a new contract before I do that.
If you're on 50k,
I'd give Giroud a new contract.
If you're on 50k and you've put down what you think are respectable numbers, and everyone else is getting more money than you, they haven't played because they've been injured and not performed. You have the right to go and say that, you know what, I deserve more.
When does this deal run out?
Because
if it ain't in the next 2 years, then
I'm
I don't know
pretty
why
sure
he's
it's
even
come-
talking.
I'm pretty sure it's
Listen.
coming up
This is
soon.
what it
I'm
is
pretty
from.
sure
This
it's
is what it is
coming
from
soon.
2
'Cause
points.
it's not a renewal.
This is what it is from 2 points of view. Tammy Abraham has probably asked for some more money because he's seen Callum. He's seen Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Callum's on 120.
He's
Mason Mount's on
on
77.
Callum's on 100 and he's got 80
Fluctuates.
in,
He's on
in
120.
bonuses. He gets appearance fee like 20 bags.
Yeah, he's on.
He gets
But
that,
no, I'm talking about flat basic. 120. I think Mason Mount's on 77.
All right.
So in his head, he's on 50, right? He's on 50.
So
He's
take
been,
that 27,000 pay rise. Go on Mason Mount's money.
All right. No.
Don't be trying to become the highest.
This
One of
is
the
the thing.
highest
I love
earners.
this.
because if it was Mane himself, Mane wouldn't say this
Let me make my
himself.
point. Let me make my point.
Why is it, yeah? Why is it in
talking about?
football? It's the same thing you said about Mane. Why is it like United are the only club here, or in football that, what's it called, can't try and get squad depth? Why is it that a football can't ask for more money?
A
Because they think they
footballer
put
can
money
ask
down?
for
He
more
can.
money, but the
They
thing
can.
about football is football moves quick. You could be playing for Chelsea one day, next day you're playing for Hayes and Yedin. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm no cap. That's what I'm saying. Football moves quickly, bro. One day Robertson was at Hull. Next day he's at Liverpool.
done it the
Next
other way?
wait, listen, there's hella names. There's hella
But
names.
tell you what, let me give you an
No,
example.
no, no,
Remember when
wait.
Walcott was playing up top for you, man?
Aye, I'm out.
No, but listen.
No,
listen
I
to
don't
me.
talk about Walcott.
Listen
I
to
don't
me.
talk about Walcott.
But this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm
watched him
saying.
today, yeah,
Walcott played
basketball.
up front, yeah, for Arsenal, yeah. He scored, I
watched
think
him
it was 5 goals in 3 games. No one else was scoring goals. He said, listen, I'm playing well up top. I want 100 bags and I want to play up top.
Okay,
Suckers.
now
He
so
didn't
suckers.
have, compared to
But they're
everyone
suckers.
else,
Okay.
compared to everyone else, he shouldn't have been given that.
You're
But at the end of
talking
the day-
from Tammy's position. You're saying,
Arsenal,
okay,
of
I'm never
course,
against
as Chelsea.
the guy trying to get
But
But that's
money.
what I'm saying.
But
From
as
his-
Chelsea,
as Chelsea, we shouldn't give that. We can't give him 200k for what?
Look, listen.
200k. What we give?
This is how it has to
200k
be
for
seen.
what?
Look, this is how
Why
it
would we
has to-
give Tammy 200k?
This is how it has to be seen.
Because we've all established that
Why'd
he
you give
shouldn't
Tammy
be our
100k?
He shouldn't be our starting striker. So why would we give him 200k?
so don't you think, right? Don't you think it's cheeky for him to want that money.
No.
It's not cheeky.
No,
Why is
no.
it cheeky?
Let me
Because
say,
he's
let me
peaking.
Why do you
say,
not love our own?
listen,
He's not
listen.
performing.
Why do you not love our own?
This is what I gotta say.
Love
Listen,
our own.
listen.
What are you
Why
on
do you not
about?
love our own?
What
Listen,
am I
listen.
not on about, fam? He doesn't deserve the
A man
break.
can't
You
deserve
don't
this
tell
one.
me about
At the
it.
end of the day, when it
I'm
comes to the end of
sorry.
the season,
No,
I'm
simple
trying.
question. Do you think he deserves a new
I'm
contract?
trying to
I said it. I said
Yes,
he
alright, let him
deserves
say
a
his
new
point.
contract,
Let him
but you
say
don't
his
deserve. You don't deserve 200
Alright,
bags.
listen.
You get what I'm saying? Go on, bro.
All right. I hear it from 2 points of view. So Tammy Abraham's asking because he's seen other people get money and they ain't doing what he's done, whether it's 13 goals, if that's good or not, whatever. That's an argument for us. But he's got 13 goals and other people ain't done nothing.
Yeah.
Cool. That's his point of view. Now Chelsea have to look at it like this. They look at Callum Hudson-Odoi and say, at one point, you was better than Jadon Sancho. At one point.
In the youth levels.
At one point,
Yeah,
he's better than Jadon Sancho. Sancho has
Arguable.
carried on. Just unlucky for Odoi, he's got injured. But they can think it's a risk, but
You
you
can
can
see the
think that,
potential.
okay,
Yeah.
when he gets back to him, it could potentially be the Sancho stuff. And you see what Sancho's doing. Now Chelsea have to think, all right, if we give him this money, is he going to be the striker equivalent to, I don't know,
What, Harry Kane? And
Harry,
Kane
is he
came out of
gonna?
nowhere.
Is he gonna? That's where we're at. That's where Chelsea have to be at.
Of course.
Then now that's where we debate. Now, do you think he's gonna do that?
Fuck no.
He's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, alright,
He's
so
not.
wait,
Let's
so
be
if-
real.
alright, so you
He's
say
not. I
he's
don't know
not-
what this love for Tammy
Like,
all of a sudden's come
wait,
from.
you
He's
say he's
not.
not?
He's
What the
not
hell?
at the level to, again, you know when you talk about Arsenal,
Yeah.
he's not at the level where Chelsea need to be. He's not at the level where he should be our number 9 out
Alright,
and out.
so then-
He can be good off the bench, like you said, maybe with
Yeah.
Eddie and whatnot, but I don't think he's at the level that
So
he
then
can carry this team.
So then he has every right to ask because he's doing what
That's
he's doing
what-
now.
that's all I've said.
Chelsea have every right now
To reject.
To reject.
And
if,
that's it. That's
if
how-
they believe
that's how it go.
that long term he ain't, because I know they look at Callum Hudson-Odoi and say, right now you're fucking up, whatever.
But in the future,
but
you're
in the
gonna do
future,
things. God willing.
we see you on a Sancho level, on a
But we're talking.
speech marks get to Hazard level.
We're talking.
Wow.
We're talking as if we're talking as if
Wait,
Tammy.
Callum- he's good, you know. He's
We're
very good.
talking. We're talking
Very
as if.
good.
But Hazard
Bro,
level is a different
We're
one.
No, but I'm saying
talking.
potentially.
We're talking right as if Tammy went to Chelsea and said, "This is what I want," and Chelsea rejected. Chelsea have offered him a contract.
Mount Gaze
He
mashing me up,
has rejected Chelsea. As soon as I've get rejected, if I'm Chelsea and you rejected me once, Tammy, and I look at your profile, Tammy Abraham, you're not good enough. That's it. I'm offering you no more
It's
contract.
very, very
That's
simple.
it.
Yeah.
And I'll get
Easy
you
for
out
man
of there.
to-
And then when you're playing
easy
with
for man
Palace,
to say,
with
man.
Zaha, then that's great.
Do you know what you said
That's how I
here?
see it.
The bit you said here is the key part for me in terms of I find it hard for Chelsea to give someone like that a contract. Because at the end of the day, in terms of your resale value, where's Tammy going to go? That I agree with.
You need to also look at, you're talking about Cho. You need to also look at it as if you're a new signing. Forget Ziyech because he hasn't come. If I'm a new signing, comes to Chelsea,
Overrated,
and I see Tammy is on 180 bags, yo, give me 300 bags.
Yeah, but
that's how I see it.
But you're
because
seeing
Tammy,
but
and
this
me,
happens everywhere.
I'm
You're
here,
seeing
he's
Cho,
here.
You're seeing Cho, who's
Imagine
hardly
you're
playing on
Timo
120.
Werner. Imagine you're Timo Werner and you're linked with Cho, and then Tammy Abraham is on 180 bags. What are you gonna ask for?
400.
This is with
What are you
everything
gonna
though.
ask
Like even look at Arsenal now.
I'm gonna
How
ask
much
for-
is Ozil?
I'm gonna say, give me a.
How much is Ozil on for not
500.
playing?
Like, you're not.
But this happens everywhere, bro. That's football. Look, Ozil's on how much?
then
for not
And
you
playing?
can't
if
be
you know
held-
that's
you
football,
can't be
then you
held
should know.
ransom. That's the
Of
Of
thing.
course,
that.
but again, this is what I've said. I said he is entitled to ask. At what point have I said that he deserves it?
All right,
I said he's
that's-
entitled to ask.
That's fair enough.
Anyone's entitled to ask for more bread.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like I
He
said,
ain't worth it.
the facts are the facts. Is he our top goal scorer this season?
Bro,
So
you've
he
improved
that
with
would,
Giroud, who doesn't even score that much.
but that will be
care about
that will
his
be his
Tammy's
bargaining
little
chip.
goals.
At the end of the day, like listen, you can't fault what I'm saying. That's his bargaining chip. Whether you like it or not, that's the leg he's going to go on. He's going to be like, listen, you told me to
14
come
goals.
in, I came in, I scored the goals, can we negotiate? I want more bread. But at the end of the day, that's what man them are going to do.
13
It's
goals.
poor, it's poor. But at the end of the day, listen, that's what you do when you sign that man to mega contracts, boy. Like at the end of the day, what? Cho's played how many
Chelsea.
games? 120, boy. That's what it's
Before
going to be
we
like, man.
end, obviously, we always ask our guests a few questions just to see where your head's at, basically. So we always ask, basically, who do you think is top 5 players in the Premier League right now in order?
In order.
No interrupting as well.
In order. Mane and Salah have to be up there.
VVD.
I'm gonna start from number 5, yeah? We're going upwards, yeah?
It's something you got to be different, innit?
In 5th place,
Drum roll, please. Come like Love Island, man.
I'm not gonna lie, it's actually just a mixture between Liverpool and
See.
City. In 5th place, De Bruyne.
Cool. 4th place.
Nah, maybe he's
Look
third.
at this
you know.
happy
Alright,
hater.
Put De Bruyne in 3rd place.
Cool.
Put-
Don't let man them
No. I'll
Top
tell you
three
what.
select.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
Alright, you know what? Mane's top for me.
Cool.
Number 1.
2nd,
Salah's 2nd.
3rd,
De Bruyne's 3rd.
4th.
That's my struggle. Van Dijk's 5th because he slipped. I think he slipped up lately.
Cool. So who's 4th for you? Who's that missing person?
I'm just thinking if anyone else has just been a bit quality outside of those two.
Son Heung-min.
You idiot. No one at Arsenal. No one.
Of course, no one else.
You know what I weirdly like? What's my guy at Wolves, the striker?
Jimenez. Or Jota.
Is it
No,
Neves?
probably be him.
Neves is the centre mid, yeah.
All right, Jimenez, the kind of hench one.
The
Stop
big
it.
that's
striker
Jimenez,
Mexican,
that's
yeah, that's
Jimenez.
Jimenez.
No, you're my Traore.
Black guy or
no,
centre forward.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Jimenez, yeah.
He's 4th.
Big
No,
Mexican.
no, it's definitely sad
Nacho
man.
Libre.
But then it will have to be Trent.
Trent 4th.
Ooh,
Cool.
cool. Better than Lauren.
Interesting list.
But that shows
What, the
you-
one from
you know what's
Senegal?
mad? You know what's
in the
mad?
league, not
No,
playing.
do you know what's mad?
Hey,
You know what's
Lauren
mad?
was nowhere
I
near
put
top
Trent-
5 anything.
No, that's why it's mad. I put Trent in the top 4 of the Premier League
What, right now?
right now. And you're right, Lauren is never in the top 10.
But what's the
Prem.
bombshell? The Prem shit right now.
The football is absolute shite right now. The standard of, I was saying earlier, yeah, your top 10 footballers from the late 90s, 2000s, right? Even the 2010s. And you put your take out Messi and Ronaldo, give me your top 10 footballers now. They couldn't get into top 50 of the 90s or noughties.
Top 50 is a shit. Neymar will get into the top 50 still.
All right, name. Yeah, he can be
Mbappe
50.
wouldn't. No?
Alright, cool. Cam, roll off the other
And
questions.
then,
man.
who's going to win the Euros?
Euros is this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
happening every year.
it's starting in London.
The
Hey,
finals
listen,
here.
If you ever come back, Mount Gay is off. I don't know if you smoked before we came.
No more
That's
juice.
off. Bro, I don't know.
Wait, the Euros is in England.
The final, the
Oh, they're
semi-finals,
doing
the
it in
final.
random countries.
Random
Yeah,
across
semis
Europe.
in the
Yeah.
final.
Who do you think's winning that?
That's mad.
That's a void question then.
No, summer's gonna be lit.
Who's
gonna be
winning
lit
this?
still.
Summer 2018 was special, man. That was World Cup summer.
That was
innit?
a special.
Who's winning that for you? Euros.
So that's this year, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was gonna say Senegal,
England, France. Who did Holland make it? Netherlands make it. Netherlands
The
made
best
it.
player's not even there.
Who else? What other countries are
Three-man
there?
fist.
This is loaded.
England, France, Netherlands,
Germany,
Germany,
Italy,
Italy.
usual suspects.
Belgium.
Yeah.
That Belgium, they're a disgrace, man. They got so much potential.
They're coming.
Oh, you know what? If France do this, yeah, it's a great era for them, you know.
Yeah.
I'd actually put money on France to do it.
France. Cool. There's
I'll put money on France or Germany.
just for complete madness, one word answer. Who do you take, Messi or Ronaldo? One
Ronaldo,
word.
don't be.
Reasons?
Hey, Messi is talent. Ronaldo is hard work.
Cool.
Okay, but why does hard work beat the talent
Yeah,
when
let me
when
answer.
the talent
Let me answer.
is applying it to the level that Messi does?
Sorry, Dr. Umar.
yeah,
Sorry, Dr. Umar. I said this hard work beat the talent.
Messi talent, but Ronaldo's hard work. But like from my example, this is how I end the argument. Actually,
Go on.
the only thing that differentiates them for me, that confirms it, is outside of Barcelona, Real Madrid. I've seen Ronaldo do it in England, Spain, and Italy, and I've seen him win something for his country. You can't
Proofs in the puds. That can't be argued.
that's
a fact that can't
that's
be
why
argued.
I end the argument. You can't stay at one club your whole. For me, you can't stay at one club your whole career, and it was one of the best clubs. You weren't. It weren't an era where you single-handedly won everything, because you never single-handedly won everything. You was quality. What did he single-handedly win everything?
No, I'm listening. Yeah, you called me. That's what I looked at.
So like, he had Xavi, Iniesta, at one point Alexis, 1 point Neymar, 1 point Suarez,
All
1
on the
point.
silver platter.
What I'm not saying that he's not. He's up there. He's big. He's big time. But Ronaldo has single-handedly taken Portugal before.
So you think
He didn't play the final, but-
He didn't play in the final. He didn't play in the final,
yeah, I
but
hear you.
they weren't in that final without him.
Without him.
I hear you, yeah, of course.
And even down to his personality on the sideline.
On the
that
sideline,
day,
right, it made the players score goals.
that-
The cheerleading.
Bro,
No, he was managing. He was
Hey,
bro,
coach.
you have
like,
to.
I'm
You
not
gotta
even
do something.
joking. Bants aside, like,
Most men would
if
just
he's
sit there in
like
the stands or
most,
something.
that's mad. Like, no one else could ever do that. No other player could do that. I'm the only other player I know that could do that on the football team.
Yeah,
You get it? Yeah, but yeah. So you have to respect. You have to respect those things. Like for me, Ronaldo is more than Ronaldo is the complete package.
Yeah.
Personality, football, hard work, everything.
But before we
Fair
head,
enough.
let's go back to you. Anything?
But he's not the
coming
best player
to-
of all time. Man.
Who's the best player of all time?
You know it's the real Ronaldo.
Yeah,
You know it's
R9.
Ronaldo Luis Nazario de Lima, born in 1977, played for PSV Eindhoven, Cruzeiro, Barcelona, then went to Inter Milan, got injured and destroyed, came back, won the World Cup, went to Real Madrid, got health issues, then went to AC Milan and ended his career at Corinthians. I know everything. You understand?
Say no
What city
more,
was he born in?
That's
cool.
impressive still.
Yeah, I heard
That's
that.
impressive.
But anything coming from you soon? What's the
quick
plan?
Wikipedia search.
For me this year, just a whole lot of consistency. I'm blessed to have a platform, so I'm just putting it all out there. Last year, I put out 2 songs for the whole year. This year, and it's March, I've already put out 3 songs. The latest song came out the other day. I was a feature on it, featuring me, but there's AV songs called Talk to Me. That's out on all digital platforms. The week before that, I put out the song Excuse Me Miss, and that's still out there. And I also put out a song called Suck It Up. Go look it up. It's all on digital platforms. Osh this side on everything.
We need consistency though.
Yeah,
Obviously,
man.
you know, you jumped on the scene.
Yeah.
That
And
went
then-
mad.
yeah, and
And
then
then I
last-
was like, yo, bring something.
Yeah, last year I just wanted it to
What,
like,
marinate?
I just
was
wanted
enjoying
to
it.
marinate, literally, and I was enjoying it, literally enjoying it. Like
Getting Jaffa kicks on the road.
Jaffa, yeah, I'm blessed. Like my situation blessed me in it. So
I
like,
heard that.
and now this year, and in that time when I was enjoying it, I was working, I was finding myself, kind of thing. And now we're just putting it out there. And by the end of the year, you'll see I'm the best.
I
I love that.
I
I
love
love
that
that. The
mentality.
Valentine
Valentine
thing was-
freestyle.
I have no time to mess
Like
around.
that Valentine's Day was
What your
crazy.
favourite
I
art?
the coldest.
What your
Yeah,
favourite?
come sending that to come send that to certain
Come on.
chicks
had
and
to
that.
send it to all my joints. Anyone that wasn't shouting
What
me.
your favourite artist does in the studio, I can do live. Do you get it? So
Okay.
Energy.
That's that Mamba mentality.
That's what I
love that.
I know you like
So,
that Mamba
so
mentality.
yeah,
You like that.
Osh this side on everything, and yeah, man. Arsenal
that.
till
Come
I
on,
die.
man. Love for coming down, man.
Love
Love
for
for-
that, man.
thank you for having
and
me,
that's
guys.
another episode of Stoppage Time TV, man. We're out of here.
Love.
Yes.
Boom.
Woo!
That was
Thank
a
you,
tight one
brothers.
still. Love for coming down, man.